Good morning. I am Coach Sherry, and welcome to my channel. This is my morning minutes. Life is a game. It is a game that you have to play, and you are either playing to win, lose, or draw. I always try to play to win. That's why I always say practice so hard that so that when you do play, you will play to win. And some of you may have been saying, Coach Sherry, what does that mean? Practice so hard. How do you practice so hard? Well, being married to a former NFL player who played in the league for 10 years, 7 of those 10 years, he was a starter, very successful. I recognize how you have to practice so hard. Even though my husband every day went into practice, during practice, they would lift weights, go over plays, look at film, he would come home and do the same thing over again. And I would sit with him while he was doing that. Whatever equipment the team had that he felt was making him successful, making him stronger, he would always make sure to get the equipment people to order one for him so that we could have it in our home so that when he would come home, he could use that machine again. So also what he would do is look at film. So the great thing about football is that they have one game a week versus baseball or basketball where they may have one game every day of the week. So he would have an opportunity to really understand his opponent, the opponent's strengths, the opponent's weaknesses. He would look at that film. He would fast forward it. He would rewind it. He would pause it. He would take down notes. He would get up and do some sets just to kind of, get into that rhythm of how he would play against that opponent. And he had a lot of success with that. So taking those same strategies into your career, onto your business, is going to be so helpful, but you have to do the work. It doesn't just happen from you seeing someone else doing it. It doesn't just happen from you hearing of someone else doing it or reading about it. You have to do the work. First of all, understand who is your opponent. And oftentimes, you may be your own opponent. So what are you doing that's great? What are you doing that works for you each and every time, and you have it written down, and that is your go-to? What is it that you're not doing so good at? And how are you improving that? That's another thing. And that's the great thing of practice, improving. So when you start your week, you should have your game plan for that week. How are you preparing for your next game? Your next game could be today. Your next game could be tomorrow or at the end of the week. But you need to have a plan. And each week, at the start of the week, I always write out what I expect, what my expectations are for that week. How am I going to prepare for that? Who am I going to meet with? I meet with a variety of people with different qualities and different things to bring to the table. And I want to be prepared when I sit at the table with them. I want to be prepared with my questions, with my responses to questions that they may have for me. I want to also have my plan where I know what my intentions are for that meeting. How do I want to collaborate with them? What do I hope the next steps will be after that meeting? And these meetings for me happen every day of the week. So my planning not only happens at the beginning of the week, but it happens daily. So just like my husband, even though I might be doing what I do during the day, when I come home, I continue to do my planning and my strategies. So my morning minute for you is this week, start practicing by doing your strategies, understanding who your next opponent is, and be prepared so that when you do get in front of them, you will always get in front to win. Thanks for tuning in. And if you are not yet part of this team, I now invite you to hit the subscribe button and the bell for notifications. So when I post videos, you will be notified. Hit the thumbs up and leave a comment down below. How are you planning? What is your game plan? How are you strategizing? All right, until we speak again, stay safe.